we here today officially announce the filing of our $100 million lawsuit against the United States government, the FBI, the CIA, and the NYPD, who we believe all conspired to assassinate Malcolm X, one of the greatest thought leaders of the 21st century. The government fingerprints are all over the assassination of Malcolm X. And finally, we believe we have the evidence to prove it.
Ben Crump, I know you have a court Zoom in a few minutes, and I want to make sure we get in this lawsuit that you filed and the demand that as President Trump releases most of the documents in the case of the JFK assassination and says he's going to do it in the case of the King assassination, your and the family's demand that they release the Malcolm X assassination documents. What exactly you're calling for, and tell us about the lawsuit.
Certainly, Amy. First, I want to say thank you to Dr. Ilyasah Shabazz and her family for keeping the legacy of Malcolm X alive 60 years later on what would be his 100th birthday. We can never say thank you enough. As it relates to the court case and celebrating his enduring legacy, we continue to fight for justice for Malcolm X by any means necessary. We are calling for truth and transparency to finally be the prevailing factor in all of this legal minutia. We know that the FBI files exist. We know that they were surveilling every waking moment of Malcolm X's life. We know that they were aware of assassination attempts on Malcolm X before he was fatally killed in the Audubon Ballroom. And so in our lawsuit that we filed for $100 million against those who conspired to assassinate Malcolm X, one of the great thought leaders of the 20th century, we continue to try to make absolute certain to everybody who's paying attention that this was an intentional effort at the behest of the leaders of our government, that being New York Police Department, the FBI, the CIA, all the way to the very top. And so therefore, finally, 60 years later, on what would have been his 100th birthday, we implore the federal government to release all of the FBI papers on Malcolm X.
You know your sister Chaya is always keeping it real with you. And I'm gonna always be honest with you. And I know that this may ruffle a few feathers, but as I gather my headlines daily to do the Melchizedek News, I can't help but to wonder the next question that many of you have probably been asking yourselves. Just who is this clownish character, Benjamin Crump, whom I'm now referring to on the thumbnail as Benjamin Krusty the Clown? I mean, he's always popping up on every mainstream media outlet in America, like Perry Mason. Every time one of our copper-colored brothers and sisters is executed by the fraternal order of the Popo. Yeah, I said it. Executed in plain sight. Or do we have a psyop going on here? Ask the family of Sonia Massey. Are you telling me that we have no other qualified attorney that can represent us colored folks? What's really going on, family? Who is this Benjamin Krusty the Clown working for? For real, for real. He sure ain't got our backs and holding us down like Homie the Clown would hold us down.
Homie the Clown.
Well, well, well. If it ain't the man, Mr. Establishment, Whitey himself, old fake white devil cracker.
Hey, that's enough. We've got big plans for you, homie. But before we can have you become an official member of the establishment, it is customary to kiss the ring of the man.
Excuse me a second. I don't think so. Homie never played that. It was all part of Homie's master plan, just about the man. Kiss this.
You fool. You don't know what you've done.
Yeah, family. Why is Krusty the Clown always sporting a satanic secret society pendant on all his fine tailored suits? Huh? Riddle me that. Are you really fighting for true justice or just showing up for your photo op and a big fat check? Is this all about the Benjamins or do you really care? Because you sure ain't standing up for us the way Homie the Clown would. Why is this Benjamin Krusty the Clown? Huh? Why is that?
This award is greater motivation to continue to be an unapologetic defender of black life, black liberty, and black humanity. I want you to know that even though Peyton, this young white supremacist, pulled the trigger, it was a lot of other people who loaded that gun. And we plan on holding all of them accountable. So it can hopefully prevent the next racially motivated mass shooting. And now that they are trying to ban our most celebrated black authors and AP African American Studies, we must advocate for our children and our culture in the classrooms and demand that they acknowledge that the teaching of black history matters.
At the end of the day, family, all of us with spiritual eyes and ears can see through the corrupted persona and all that smooth talk. Reminds me a whole lot of the serpent tongues. Let's do a little fact checking on Mr. Potato Head. Oops, I'm sorry. I mean Mr. Benjamin Crump Krusty the Clown. How much money did Benjamin Krusty the Clump, how much did he really get? Well, Crump won $411 million verdict for Dwayne Washington, who was horribly injured in a truck accident. He helped reach a $641 million settlement for the children of Flint, Michigan. He reached a $27 million settlement for the family of George Floyd and a $12 million settlement for the family of Breonna Taylor, and over $200 million for other cases. How many cases did Krusty the Clown actually win? Well, to date, Benjamin Crump has won more than 200 cases related to police brutality alone, and he's only just beginning. Is that right? He's also a proud member of the Omega Psi-Phi Men. Secret combinations. You don't say. Well, family, all I know is Benjamin Krusty the Clown and Mr. Potato Head have a striking resemblance. And in my opinion, Mr. Potato Head was cheaply made and fell apart. That's right. I got a message for Mr. Benjamin Krusty the Clown. Just a few precepts for you, my brother. For the love of money is the roots of all kinds of evil. And some people craving money have wandered from the true faith and pierced themselves with many sorrows. That's right. You know, Christ, Yeshua HaMashiach said, he told his disciples, assuredly, I say that you, it's very hard for a rich man to enter into the kingdom of heaven. Yeah, he said it. He said it's easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than it is for a rich man to enter into the kingdom of heaven. And Proverbs 16:16 said, how much better is it to get wisdom than gold, and good judgment than silver? The path of the virtuous leads away from evil, and whoever follows that path is safe with the Most High. Family, I know we'd like to believe that all these people representing us have our best interests, but the only one, and there's only one, that truly has our best interests, and that is the King of Kings, the true Messiah. And the solution for all of us is found in 2 Chronicles 7:14, because he says, if my people who are called by my name will humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then will I hear from heaven, and I will forgive their sins, and I will heal their land. So if you want to know the solution to everything that's going on, all this police brutality, right there is your answer. It's time for us to turn from our wicked ways. And I got one more message for Benjamin Krusty the Clown. If you trying to hold us down, you know, us copper-colored indigenous people, we gonna need you to represent for us like Homie the Clown would, because he had our back. That's what I'm talking about.
Hey, you two, come on! To the wave with us!
Oh, yeah, join in the fun with all the nice folks.
That's the spirit!
Stand up and wave our hands in the air.
Yeah, it's fun!
Debase ourselves and sacrifice our dignity and act like a jackass just like you. I don't think so. Homie don't play that.
Homie don't play that.
I've got one that can see.
You're doggone right you do.